Say rolling around, sitting on doves, can't lie, I was high on shrubs.
Send a topical back with another video. I'm Strange Wang, he is Nate. In 2020, we're almost at the halfway point, so we decided to figure out what has been the best movie of the 2020 so far.
Alright, so first up we have Babylon versus Dune. That's actually this is a good one. Good matchups. They're both so different.
Very, very different.
Yeah. It's also like Dune definitely got a lot more praise and acclaim than Babylon did.
Yeah.
But I don't think that was fair. I think Babylon's incredible, personally. So I'm going Babylon.
Fuck it, let's go Babylon then. The less sci-fi movies I get to talk about, the better.
Probably controversial off the rip to the masses, but I don't care. So next up, we got the Banshees of Inisherin versus West Side Story.
Well, I've only seen the Banshees. Have you seen both of these?
I have seen both of these.
Pick,
West Side Story was good. To me, doesn't hold a candle to the original. And I genuinely think Banshees of Inisherin was an incredible movie. So, Banshees it is. Nice. Oppenheimer versus Barbie.
Barbie.
Well,
without a doubt for me.
It's the only one I've seen so far. So,
Oh, well, easy pick.
there we go. Nope versus... Dang, wow. Did you make this?
I did.
Okay. I was about to say, there's no way that anyone else would have put Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio on here unless you made this.
That movie's actually really popular.
That movie's incredible, too. It's so good.
Like, NECA made, like, Figure short.
Really?
Which I was very surprised to see.
Excellent movie. Like, it's definitely going to be one that I show my kid or kind of semi-early in their life. And it's going to be one of those ones where it's like hit or miss. Because it's like there is some like kind of scary imagery in there. It's like they're either going to think it's cool or going to freak out. But like, I don't know. My mom, sorry, this is a sidetrack, but it made me think of it.
Good.
My mom had a like an adult kind of party one time, but to fix the child care issue. Like the grown-ups all wanted to hang out and do grown-up stuff, right?
They want to drink and have orgies.
But she like... It was just like, oh, everyone just bring your kids and we'll just put them all in our bedroom and let them watch a movie. And so she put on James and the Giant Peach, which I had seen multiple times up to that point and loved. However, 2 of the like 7 kids there literally got fucking scared at like parts of James and the Giant Peach. And I'm just like, whatever. Man. So anyways, I hope my kid's not a pansy is what I'm saying. That being said,
I'm not picking Pinocchio.
Pinocchio is incredible. I think it's great. One of the best this is one of the only stop motion movies I've seen in a long time that I think stands up there with the classics, obviously, like Nightmare Before Christmas, stuff like that. But I mean, I think nowadays when most people think of stop motion, they either think of like Coraline or Raya or
Raya's not a stop motion film.
Or wait, what's the one I'm thinking of? Kubo and the Two Strings. My bad. I got those mixed up. I feel like they think of Coraline, Kubo, or you think of Wes Anderson.
Paranorman.
And I think this stands up there. That being said, I think Nope is incredible. I love that movie. I think it's an absolute masterpiece.
Yeah.
So I'm taking Nope.
I think Pinocchio is a better movie for me personally.
Especially if you hate fascism.
I like Pinocchio better. However, if we're going based on what's a better movie, I have to agree and say Nope is. Also, would need to rewatch Nope. I think my expectations for that was in the wrong place. Because Jordan Hill has been on this peak. And it was like, oh, this wasn't better than Get Out or as good as Get Out. So that's out of my head now. I'm going to rewatch it. Hopefully I like it more, but who knows?
I love Nope. Top Gun Maverick versus Baz Luhrmann's Elvis.
Well, it's an easy dub for Tom Cruise.
Yes, absolutely. Quiet Place Part 2 versus Licorice Pizza. I've only seen Licorice Pizza.
Oh my goodness. Quiet Place Part 2. Better than the first one, in my opinion. Great fucking movie, Quiet Place Part 2. Licorice Pizza. One of the most overhyped movies of the decade so far.
Yeah. I have to agree. And maybe that's one that I just need to rewatch too, because I think we both had similar expectations when we went to see it, and it definitely was not what we thought it was going to be. But
yeah, that's also true. I won't mind giving it another watch.
King Richard versus Past Lives. This is easy for me. I thought King Richard was a good movie. To me, it did not stand out much more than any other like inspirational, like true story type of movie. I didn't think it was as great as everyone else said it was, and I thought Will Smith was good, but he didn't blow me away. Past Lives, the more I think about it, the more I like it. I think it's an incredible movie. I think it has a fair chance of winning an Oscar, so I'm going Past Lives.
See, if you would have asked me this before the Oscars, I would say King Richard. Well, you couldn't have because that movie didn't come out before the Oscars because Past Lives is new. But, point being, nobody on the cast of Past Lives slapped Chris Rock, so
I knew you were going there.
Past Lives wins for me.
That we know of.
That we know of. That is fair.
All right. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse versus Nightmare Alley.
Ooh, easy though.
Yeah, it is. I like Nightmare Alley a lot more than a lot of other people did, but Across the Spider-Verse is absolutely incredible. Yeah. The Power of the Dog versus Encanto.
Encanto is the only one I've watched and finished.
Okay. I've seen both of these. I felt like The Power of the Dog was a little overrated. It was hard for me to enjoy it because I'd already heard so many good things about it, and then I watched it, and I was waiting for myself to like it as much as the critics that I normally kind of had the same taste as to hit, and it never did. Encanto is definitely not my favorite Disney movie, but I like the songs from it more than I like the songs from Frozen, so I'll take it.
I really like Encanto a lot, actually.
Unpregnant versus Palm Springs.
I'm going on Pregnant.
Why?
I think Unpregnant's funnier. It has that friendship quality that I like. The rom-com element inside of the Groundhog Day thing is really fun. It's a hard... I made this, so like in my mind I already knew I was going to pick kind of.
Sure.
However, both really good movies. Both great comedies of the 2010s.
Yeah.
I just like road trip movies a little bit better. And that fits more of my taste of movie.
Yeah. I'm going Palm Springs. I thought Unpregnant was good, but I think there's a better movie with a really similar plot that I hope is on here somewhere. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But I think Palm Springs is hilarious. I love that movie.
I guess we got it mixed up. I got it mixed up, apparently. Because I was trying to make this one like Sophie's Choice for you.
Oh, so you meant for this to be Plan B?
Yeah. They're both on there. But we haven't filmed in a while, and we forgot to go over the rules. So when we disagree, we go down to the classic rock, paper, scissors for the decision.
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
So be it.
That's going to be the finals on Pregnant, Plan B.
Except Plan B's not on here. Oh, you do have it on there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you just meant to match it up against Palm Springs. Yeah. I gotcha. All right, next up we have Soul versus The King of Staten Island. I have only seen Soul, so this is all you.
I really like The King of Staten Island. I think Soul's a better movie, though. I think it holds up better. And I think it's also a little slept on. So, and the reason why they're putting it back in theaters with those other two Disney movies is because they were pandemic movies and didn't make it to the movie theater.
Oh, yeah.
Found that out. It was on the poster when you walked into the
King
cinema.
of Staten Island was also a pandemic movie.
It was.
All right, round 2 on this side, we have Babylon versus Banshees.
Let me get Babylon.
Yeah, I agree. I really do love Banshees, but I cannot understate how much just pure fun I had watching Babylon.
I really thought that was going to take you a lot longer.
What, to debate Babylon and Banshees?
I didn't know which one was going to win,
Yeah.
to get to that point. But since they did match up, I was like, he's probably going to go Banshees.
No. I love Babylon. Barbie versus Nope.
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
Yeah, I really do love Nope. I definitely think that like Get Out is and will always be Jordan Peele's like most influential in like movie, and the movie that he's like most well known for a string of incredibly good reasons. Like top to bottom, like filmmaking, script, all that stuff. I think Nope is his best movie. I love it, but Barbie was exceeded every expectation it could have possibly exceeded. It was an incredible movie. Maverick versus Quiet Place Part 2.
Battle of the sequels.
Well, again, I haven't seen Quiet Place Part 2, so...
Well, you would agree, probably if you have seen it, that it is Top Gun 2. Top Gun 2 is like, what a phenomenon that was.
Yeah, that was great.
No one expected it to be that big, especially the box office wise.
Yeah, crushed it.
Insane.
Yeah, and it's also like a really good movie.
Yeah.
Like, and a lot of times movies that end up making a lot of money aren't really great movies, or they're just like generic. It's like, it took Transformers like 3 movies to stop making money, even though they weren't good. Like,
well, they always make money in China.
that's
But
true.
my favorite thing about is it feels like an 80s movie
Yeah.
because it has such good filmmaking throughout the movie that you're so invested that when it does do some movie shenanigans
Right.
at the end, it earns it.
Yeah, I agree.
And
Yeah.
it doesn't, it's not, ugh.
Yeah, and even like the bromances in it feel like an older movie, and like it's good. Next up we have Past Lives versus Across the Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse, man.
Yeah, gotta take that one. Encanto versus Unpregnant. If this was Plan B, I would have taken Plan B. But I didn't think Unpregnant was bad. It is really good. But I think to me it's just so overshadowed by the other one that I just don't like it as much. So I'm going Encanto.
Yeah. I made this argument on another one. I don't remember which one. If you was like, which movie do you want to watch? I'm watching Unpregnant. However, I can't deny Encanto is a much better film.
All right, Babylon versus Barbs.
Barbie.
Yeah, I really don't want it to be because I love Babylon so much, but at least Margot Robbie's still getting some love regardless.
Margot Robbie crime.
But yeah, I think it's kind of tough to not give that one to Barbie. Shoot. Top Gun Maverick versus Across the Spider-Verse.
To me, it's an easy decision with a very, very hard loss.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, it's without a shadow of a doubt, it's Spider-Verse.
Not so fast, my friend.
For me.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah, this is really tough. Across the Spider-Verse was so freaking good. And I've said this on our channel and to other people before. Like, I know that I love that movie. I don't know how much I love that movie yet because it is very much so a part 1 of 2 parts versus the first Spider-Verse movie, which is just basically its own contained movie that has like an end scene that sets up everything after that, right? And so I'm going to take Top Gun Maverick. And it's genuine. It's not just because of that. I think this movie is incredible. Not only that, I think this movie is so important to the 2020s that like I just want to see how far I can take it.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. My finals is out.
Encanto versus Soul.
You seen Soul?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm picking Encanto still.
Yeah. Soul I think I need to rewatch Soul. When I watched it in theaters the first time,
We don't watch it in theaters. Pandemic movie.
or no, that's true. Why do I feel like I watched that in theaters?
You can.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know when.
Yeah, maybe my brain was just so sad of not being in a movie that I auto-corrected to being in a theater. But it just didn't feel like I wanted a Pixar movie to feel until the very end. And then it was like, great Pixar finish. So, I'll go with you. I'm going to take Encanto. And then Barbie versus Top Gun Maverick. No pun intended. I think Top Gun Maverick flew so Barbie could fly higher, I guess.
That's a reach?
Yeah.
You try so hard.
I did.
Oh, what a guy.
Yeah. And so, like, I legitimately don't think that, like, if Top Gun Maverick didn't get everyone hype about going to the movies again, that Barbie would have, like, or even the whole Barbenheimer experience would have done what it did. But as much as I want to say Top Gun Maverick, I still think that it's probably Barbie.
Well, you know what movie I forgot to put on here?
What?
Dark Law!
You didn't even...
Whack.
You weren't even that hype on that movie.
I wasn't, but that shit made me laugh. I thought about it, and I was like, that'll make me laugh, and that's all I care about. I'm also picking Barbie. You picked Barbie, right?
I did.
Yeah, alright, Barbie it is. I'm kin enough. Barbie.
Yep.
Encanto, what a climb.
I'm Ken.
What a climb.
Yeah, it did make it pretty far. All right, second side of the bracket, we have The Batman versus Minari.
Maybe my favorite Batman movie of all time. I'm picking the Batman.
Yeah, dude, me too. It's so good. I don't understand the hate for that movie, and I think a lot of it comes from... There are people that cannot stand that movie as a Batman movie.
Ooh.
I don't understand
I don't
it.
want to talk to them people.
I think it's so good. And I think most of it is just because they can't...
It's not actiony enough, probably.
Well, that and people just still want to hate on Robert Pattinson. So, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom versus The Sound of Metal.
Oof.
This is a great matchup.
Damn.
Yeah, the answer's easy for me.
Yeah, I know the answer is easy for you.
Because one of these was my pick for Best Picture of that year.
I'm putting too much weight on the third act of Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Yeah.
It blows Sound of Water out the fucking water. That third act. I don't care what you say.
The Sound of Water? Yeah.
Sound of Metal.
It probably does blow The Sound of Water out of
What is that?
out of the water.
Is that the fish movie? The
I
fish
think
fucking movie?
I don't think that's a movie at all.
What's the fish fucking movie?
You were trying to say it blows the sound of metal out of the water.
Yeah, but now I'm thinking about the fish fucking movie. Guillermo del Toro, Shape of Water.
The Shape of Water.
Okay.
Yes.
I knew it was something with water. It blows the Sound of Metal's third act completely out the water.
Disagree massively.
But Sound of Metal, top to bottom, I find to be a better movie. It's really fucking hard, but I'm going with Sound of Metal.
Hooray! Next up, we have The Fabelmans versus Coda.
You watched this movie yet?
Yes.
You've seen The Fabelmans?
Yes. My goodness, this is
Let's
such
go
a...
down. Let's leave it. Let's scroll. Whoop, whoop. Fuck. Never mind. Leave it like it is then.
It's just, you gotta X out of this.
Yeah, that's so annoying.
This is so easy for me.
I know it is, and I hate that.
God, one of... Coda. You go ahead.
I'm picking Coda. That shit's phenomenal.
No, it's not, dude. It's like
It's
a
so fucking
freaking
good.
Hallmark movie.
Then I'm
Bullshit.
a cheesy motherfucker. Then I love that movie.
The worst fucking, like...
I love that movie.
I cannot believe that this movie fucking won Best Picture.
Rightfully so.
So bad. It's not bad, but it is like... It's so lame. I'm absolutely taking The Fabelmans, which is nowhere near my favorite Steven Spielberg movie. It was very good, and I really enjoyed it, but it's still... Coda is probably my least fucking favorite movie on this list.
Did the girl who had a fetish for Jewish guys, was that weird to you?
It was odd.
It was like, why'd you put that in there?
Yeah. That's like a weird, like, Paul Thomas Anderson thing that I would expect in, like, one of his movies.
And Paul Dano's way too young to be that dude's father.
Yeah. That's a bad cast.
Those are the only two things I didn't like about it.
Miscast. Yeah.
Really enjoyed it. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Get that trash. Out of here. Was that your winner for this side of the bracket?
No.
What?
You waste all our film.
You don't edit between the...
Well, I am now.
Next up, we have The Invisible Man versus Tenet.
This is really hard. Invisible Man is that John Blaze. That shit's fire. Tenet, also fucking fire. I think I like Tenet more than anyone else I know. I love that movie. Everything in that movie works for me. The twist, the whole nine.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm going to let you talk, and I won't think, because I thought I would have an answer already, but I don't.
I thought The Invisible Man was really good. It's one of those movies that it's just like... I can't explain why I wasn't like as into it as a lot of other people were. But it was really good. I freaking also love Tenet. I mean, so like, yeah, I don't know. Tenet was incredible. It blew my mind. I got, like, a lot of people get so hung up on it, I don't understand what's going on. When you don't need to understand. Like, that's, like, you just accept it. And I didn't have a problem accepting it. And I love Tenet. Tenet is, like, maybe my second or third favorite Nolan movie.
What do homeboys say? I don't understand the play.
Yeah, right. You just keep telling the story.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm picking Tenet.
I'm
as
picking
well.
Tenet, yep. Women Talking versus I Care a Lot.
I've only seen I Care a Lot.
I've also only seen I Care a Lot, and honestly, I think that we probably would have picked it anyways because we both really, really like that movie. Very underrated
Great movie, yeah.
Belfast versus The Suicide Squad.
I'm picking The Suicide Squad.
These are two incredibly different films.
Most definitely. To me, this is easy. Belfast was cool. It was a one and done. I don't ever plan on watching that film again.
I don't ever plan on watching The Suicide Squad again. So,
Wow.
yeah, I thought The Suicide Squad was incredibly funny. Great rebound. Like, maybe one of the greatest franchise rebounds in history. But I loved Belfast. It was my favorite movie of last year. And so I'm picking Belfast. So be it.
You want to switch it for Kara? I'm just kidding.
No. I do not. One Night in Miami versus The Worst Person in the World. And this one's all you, because I've never seen either of these.
Uncultured Swine. Well, it's Black History Month, so you can watch that. And then whenever you feel like reading, you can watch The Worst Person in the World. It's foreign.
I knew that.
Worst Person in the World is great. One Night in Miami is greater. It was my favorite movie of that year. So, One Night in Miami. Easy dub.
Sorry, I was just looking at the actors.
Very tiny print.
Tar versus The Trial of the Chicago 7.
Haven't seen Tar, and I hope you haven't either.
I haven't.
Trial of Chicago 7 wins. Yeah. My second favorite movie of that year.
Nomadland versus Judas and the Black Messiah.
I'm taking Judas and the Black Messiah.
And you would win anyways, because I haven't seen it. But if I had, I'm pretty sure I probably would have liked it more than Nomadland.
That's so boring.
Yeah.
That movie sucks, dude.
Onward versus Plan B.
Plan B.
Yeah, for sure.
Onward's cool, I ain't gonna lie.
I'm probably Onward's like biggest fan. I love that movie like so much, but it is just very right up my alley.
If you love it so much, why don't you marry it?
Because I'm already married and I believe in monogamy.
Aren't you a Mormon?
No. Plan B's phenomenal. Alright, round 2, we got The Batman versus Sound of Metal.
Batman.
Dang. Alright, this is the hardest one for me so far, honestly, because I really love both of these movies.
Spider-Verse and Top Gun.
I was my heart was leaning Top Gun all the way. But this one is really split for me because I feel I'm going the Batman.
Yes, sir.
It came down to rewatchability, but I love Sound of Metal so much. The Fablemans versus Tenet.
I'm taking Tenet.
Same. I Care a Lot versus The Suicide Squad.
I Care a Lot. That movie's so underrated.
Yeah.
You want to talk about, if you want to watch a movie and just take notes about how to write a character and make an audience hate that character, one, just throw in any Rosa Pike movie. But I Care a Lot is a very, very solid one to learn from and take notes of how to make a terrible fucking person.
Seriously.
Even more devious to where the audience is just repulsed by them.
Yeah. I'm also going I Care a Lot, mostly because I do genuinely think it's a little bit better, but I want to keep talking about it because people should watch that movie. One Night in Miami versus The Trial of the Chicago 7.
This is easy because it was my two favorite movies of that year.
Yeah.
And One Night in Miami is my favorite movie that year.
Oh, nice.
Both incredible.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. If you haven't watched them, get off your mama's titty and go watch them. Phenomenal.
Good for you for picking the social justice movie where the white people don't do all the work.
Bro, you go get us canceled.
No, that's
I'm joking.
the opposite.
I don't know. It sounded right.
Judas and the Black Messiah versus Plan B.
Plan B. More rewatchability. More investment.
The Batman versus Tenet. A little Rob on Rob action.
Batman.
Yeah, I'm also going with the Batman. I think I'm kind of with you. This might be my favorite Batman movie.
It's either that or 89. Dark Knight, solid number 3. But I have such a close attachment, a nostalgia attachment for 89.
Yeah.
That it's hard to pull it away.
Yeah.
But those 3 are without a doubt top 3.
Yeah. I don't blame you for that. I don't have much of a nostalgia problem. And if I did, I would still be sitting here defending Jurassic Park 2. But I'm not. So
Well, that's not a 2020 movie.
it's true. I Care a Lot versus One Night in Miami.
I guess we're going to be talking about One Night in Miami too much longer because I'm picking... What did I say?
You said, I guess we're not going to be talking about One Night in Miami much longer.
We're not going to talk about I Care a Lot much longer, even though you wanted to, because I'm picking One Night in Miami.
That's fine. I'm sure it's a great movie. Oh, I guess Everywhere All at Once got a bye.
It did. I ran out of movies.
Well, and it also probably would have beaten whatever you put it up against.
Yeah.
So, Plan B versus Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
For sure. And Plan B, way better than Unpregnant. Throwing that out there because it's going off the bracket now. But that movie's incredible and you should watch it.
It's on Hulu for the free ski.
Yep. The Batman versus One Night in Miami.
One Night in Miami. That movie's so fucking good.
One Night in Miami versus Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I'm glad you said that, because if you didn't, I was going to make an argument for a new rule that I think is genuinely fair. That if we're to the final side of a bracket and there's a movie in there that one of us hasn't seen, but you really want the movie that you have seen, you should still get to rock, paper, scissors for it. Only in the final of the side of a bracket.
I don't know if that's ever came up before.
I don't know that it has either, but so we had this situation come up in one of our last brackets recently, and thankfully the movies that I hadn't seen got weeded out, but there were a bunch of movies that I hadn't seen, and there was a couple movies that I wanted to argue with you about, but I couldn't. And I was like, dude, genuinely, if he wanted to be a jerk, he could run the table on movies that I haven't seen, and I literally would not get to pick anything. And I don't think that you thought about it, but that's all I was thinking about was please let him pick the movie that I've seen so I actually get to vote.
if we're talking about the last bracket we did, then before that list was even made, before when I texted you and was like, "Hey, this is what we're doing that day,"
I can't remember which one it was.
rom-com. That was the last bracket we did. We both knew what was going to win that.
Well, that's true. It was semi-recent. It definitely wasn't that one because I had seen, I think, all the movies on that one. But,
Well, if that didn't come out yesterday, I couldn't tell you what we did last.
yeah. Anyways, in the final, we have Barbie versus Everything Everywhere All at Once. I think this is the correct matchup for the finals.
Nah, dude, I was going.
You were dead fucking wrong if you were going to send Coda all the way.
Nah, I was still say Coda. I was going to go all the way with the fucking multiverses.
Oh.
I was going to go Spider-Verse versus everything everywhere all at once.
Uh,
That would have been my finals.
yeah. And
I'm not mad at it.
And that's true. In like a broader sense, like objectively speaking, if we're talking about 2020's movies, I think this is the correct matchup. And I'm feeling better about picking Barbie over Maverick. So,
However, I love Barbie, but Everywhere All at Once is a once in a lifetime movie. I feel like you're not going to watch a movie and just have it like wash over you. You know what I'm saying? I watched this movie with someone, and they looked at me at the end of it, and like they looked over and they saw me crying, and they were crying, and all the stuff, all the great stuff that movie brings to the table. That movie finished, and the credits were rolling. That person looked at me and was like, "I understand why you love movies so much." Not because I talked about the movie with that person, because it was like, "Hey, what are you doing? I'm bored. I need to get out of the house. I'm going to see this movie. You can come with." Knew nothing about the movie, watched it, and they were like, "This is why you love movies so much? I get it." So to me, that's like the greatest compliment I've ever heard for cinema ever. So,
yeah.
Everything Everywhere All at Once for me.
Yeah, I agree with everything you just said. Barbie also could I hope Barbie ends up being a once-in-a-lifetime movie and that none of these sequels that they're trying to push work out.
If they don't have Greta Gerwig to come back, yes, I ain't.
She's already said she's not. And
not.
Margot Robbie said that she's not. And so then they were like, well, maybe we can get Ryan Gosling to do a Ken movie. And I haven't heard him say anything about that.
Be an artiste. Say no.
But, yeah. Barbie's incredible. Wonderful, wonderful movie. I genuinely hope that somehow, some way it wins the Oscar, even though it seems unlikely. But Everything Everywhere All at Once is like one of the best movies I've ever seen. And to say that for it being so young is like, I think that speaks volumes. So I agree.
Like, I hate that it was this easy, but I can't cap and say, and even try to make an argument come close.
Yeah. I feel you.
I think the final 6, minus Plan B, minus Encanto, I think our final 6 is pretty spot on. We got Maverick, we got Barbie, Everything Everywhere All at Once, One Night in Miami,
The Batman. So wait, so it was The Batman, One Night in Miami, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Well, we have an off number because of the bye. And then Encanto, Maverick, yeah.
Yeah, Maverick and Spider-Verse makes this thing perfect if they would have made it farther, but that's just the way it lined up.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comment section what you think should have won. What's the best movie of the 2020s so far? We'll do this again next year. We'll add movies from 2023 that we missed, 2024, and do it again. But let us know what you think should have won. Scroll back up, hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.